bros, and welcome to the All Bros podcast. I am Jonathan.
And I'm Caleb.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique. Caleb just broke something.
I didn't break anything. It was just my ruler.
Okay, we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a bit of the nerd life. I slur my speech sometimes, okay?
Suck it. Noticed.
Suck it. So Caleb wasn't nice enough to turn the screen for me, so I'm just going to have to go off this of memory.
Sorry. I forgot.
Thank you, my kind sir. I really appreciate it. So, with Adventures in Hunting, we'll be going over some new Lion King pops. Well, pop. We got a new ad icon. You could consider him an
ad icon?
I don't know, like what's the word? A safety icon? A safety ad icon? I don't know.
I'll do safety icon's good.
Okay. We got some more American history pops, and then a new Star Wars pop, and then some Joker pops, and then Sorry.
You're nailing this.
I know, right? I'm killing this. You wish you could do the intros this good. We got a new rock pop coming out, got a new 10-inch Pokemon pop coming, and then new Witcher, Mortal Kombat, and Dragon Ball pops that we're going to talk about. And then with Blu-rays, we got one release that me and Caleb wanted to go see in the theater, but we never really got around to it. And then another Warner Brothers animated movie coming out. Through the Wall, we ain't got shit. Jack shit. It's another dry week.
Yeah, it is.
With this week's sneak peeks, we got our second trailer for Onward. And then we'll be going over what's in the box. And then after that, we'll be going into our main event of the evening, which will be our breakdown of the Joker. And then I skipped over this. I'm sorry. Well, do we have any messages from the bros?
We do.
Okay, perfect. So we will be doing some messages from the bros before we break down Joker.
Remember, it's intro to the main event, then the message from our bros.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you screwed that up last time.
Sorry. My bad. Anyway, before Caleb criticizes me anymore, what do you say we get started?
Let's do it.
Alright, so first off with Adventures in Hunting, we got a pop in the box, exclusive Mufasa, which is him basically in spirit mode. And this actually already went live. And this went live, what's today's date?
Today's the 10th.
So it went live the 9th at 10 o'clock in the morning, our time. And basically it was only available for 1 hour to order, and then it was only available for subscribers only after that.
That's bullshit.
It is. I want to see if it's still available.
Yeah, I don't think either of us wanted this pop, but if this was one that we did want, the way that they announced how it's available was total bullshit.
Yeah, it's already sold out.
That's dumb.
I mean, not really. I mean, we're a day late, so
yeah, it's an okay figure.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I would have, if I gotten a chance, I would have picked it up. Next up, we got the classic "Only You Can Prevent Forest Fires" himself, Smokey the Bear.
Wildfires?
Oh yeah. It's wildfires.
Only you.
Oh yeah, only you can prevent wildfires.
Ha! Knew it.
Why aren't you special?
I just remember those commercials a lot better than you do, apparently.
Oh, my bad. So we'll have a common Smokey the Bear. Instead,
Smokey.
Smokey.
Dude, we are nailing this.
I know, right? So Smokey the Bear will be holding a shovel and Yeah, and he'll be wearing his classic pants with his spooky hat.
Way to just own it.
I know, right? And then the exclusive that we'll get for Spooky, I'm just gonna keep calling him that. We'll be getting a Hot Topic exclusive flocked version of him, which I really want because this looks really good for flocked.
Yeah, I do too.
But are you gonna get it though?
I actually might.
Really? Wow.
If I find it, it's one that I want to see in person first.
Okay.
But if it's cool enough in person,
yeah,
it may be one I get.
Have you gotten a flocked pot yet? Pop yet? Not pot.
Yes.
Which one's flocked?
The Lockjaw.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I got I got Lockjaw and Medusa from Hot Topic.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, not bad. Bad selection.
Yeah. All right, next up, we got some more American history pops coming out. And this is how much Caleb and I suck at American history, because we thought we'll get into it. Okay, so first up, we got John F. Kennedy. And then we got Jackie Kennedy as well coming out. And then there was one that we totally thought wasn't it? Didn't we think it was George H.W. Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it was Jimmy Carter. So we're killing it with American history.
Yeah, apparently they thought that the giveaway was the sack of peanuts in his hand or something like that.
I didn't even see those.
Yeah, like he's eating something. Does it look like peanuts?
Let me check. Yeah, it does look like it looks like either peanuts or popcorn.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, apparently that was supposed to be the giveaway.
Oh.
And we did not get that because I don't think either of us were very good at history.
No. Was not. Was better at it than math, but not by much.
I think I was actually better at math, but I was really good at the subjects I hated.
Well, I hate you because I was bad at the subjects I hated. Next up, we got Ronald Reagan, which I actually want to get Ronald Reagan and probably John F. Kennedy.
Why?
I don't know. Okay, mostly probably Ronald Reagan because I thought he was a really good president.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Why, you want to fight me on that?
Dude, was he even president when you were born?
No.
Do you even know, like, the stuff that he did?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was super convincing.
Okay, who's your favorite president?
I don't have a favorite president. Maybe Lincoln?
Did you pick up Lincoln's pop?
No.
Then you were un-American.
What?
You didn't pick up your favorite president's pop.
Yeah, like you made me pick up a favorite president. I don't have a... Okay, then technically I don't have a favorite president.
Well, Abraham Lincoln is an amazing choice, because honestly, actually, that would probably be my pick too. So, why didn't you pick up his pop? I did.
I don't know, because I didn't. Because I'm a Marvel collector, not American history. I'm kind of anti-American history because I'm not good at it.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks. Caleb's anti-American history.
Yeah, that did come off kind of wrong, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, like I said...
So, we lost a couple historian listeners.
All because of you.
It's fine.
All right, so, like I said, Ronald Reagan. And then after that, we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, Caleb kind of had to school me on who she was, because I sadly did not know.
Dude, I don't know who she is either.
Oh, I thought
I was making a guess.
Oh. Well, do you want to say what your guess was and see if it was right? Here, let me...
My guess was that she was the first female Supreme Court justice. Are you Googling it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's my guess. That she's the first female Supreme Court justice.
She is the second female justice of 4 to be confirmed to the court.
Whatever.
You were close.
Then why are we getting the second?
Probably because she was the most well-known.
Why? This is dumb.
Is it
I
bad
don't
that-
like history.
Is it bad that I actually didn't even know she was still alive?
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's 86.
Dude, we are really bad at history.
We suck. We apologize. I'm sorry. And I love America. What the hell?
Well, yeah, I love America too. I just couldn't tell you the history of it
Yeah,
maybe
we should get into history more.
I know the wars really well.
I don't.
Yeah, like that was the part I always excelled at. I was really good at knowing everything about the wars, but when it comes to like individual people and like presidents,
When it comes to
shit, that's where I'm like
presidents, I can be pretty good, but like when it comes to like war, yeah, you'd have to like school me on some stuff.
dude, you couldn't even name like one thing Reagan did.
That's not the only president I know. So, suck it.
All right, what?
No, you're not quizzing me on this. No, because then you'll make me out look like a dumbass.
Fine, be that way, asshole.
What was going to be your question?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna try and come up with like some random ass president. Oh, what did let's see, what did Eisenhower do?
And now I feel like a dumb shit.
Dude, usually I edit out these silences. I'm keeping that one.
I hate you. Wait. Let's see. I am not looking him up online. I'm not doing that. I am thinking up the old memory. Let's
You call your memory Google?
Yeah. He during World War II, he was a 5-star general in the United States Army and served as the Supreme Corps commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces in Europe. See, I remember that.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yep.
You're not a very good liar.
I know I'm not. No, but do you think he was a good president?
I don't know, probably.
Damn, we suck. Okay. Let's move on before like more people like just keep thinking like they're such freaking morons. I don't know jack shit about what they're talking about. Okay, let's move on to stuff like we actually do know.
Like Darth Vader.
Yeah. So Funko will be coming out with a light up Darth Vader pop that has sounds as well. And where the hell is it?
Yeah, it's basically just the common Darth Vader.
I don't actually think they've ever released this Darth Vader.
They've done Darth Vader before.
Yeah, but not in that pose. I don't think I've ever seen a Darth Vader like that.
You sure?
Yeah, and that's a badass pose.
I'm searching that shit.
I'm waiting.
How?
There's a lot of Darth Vader pops, so good luck. I'm just letting
Are
you
there
know.
for real?
Yeah, there's a shit ton of Darth Vader pops.
Great.
You just going to Pop Price Guide?
Yeah.
So
that was my whole plan. So what's he? Where you talk about him?
okay, so basically it's him just standing there holding his lightsaber to the side in his right hand, and it looks badass. Like I really want this, but I feel this is probably going to be a Walgreens exclusive because the other one that they did that was a light up was Iron Man, and that was a Walgreens exclusive. So I just feel like it's going to be. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Oh, it's a common, because you can pre-order it on Entertainment Earth. Never mind. Hell yeah, sweet, it's a common. Because I'm going to get this one, because this one's freaking awesome.
You do seem to be correct.
Suck it.
No, all the ones that I'm looking at, none of his... Like in all the other poses, his lightsaber is down by his waist.
Yeah.
And off to the side. I'm not seeing any where his lightsaber is up. Oh, that's not even a pop figure. Okay, so yeah. That is a new pose.
Hell yeah. And it's a badass pose.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
You think the underneath lights up beneath him too?
I think that's the only part that lights up. Well, that and the lightsaber. That's probably what. Yeah, so
Well,
that...
no, he has buttons on his chest, too, that look like they light up.
It probably does. That would make sense.
That'd be awesome.
So, yeah, I want this one. I'm definitely going to get it. Are you?
Probably not.
Wow. Star Wars fans are looking down at you.
Dude, Marvel is my shit. I don't even have, close to all the Marvel ones yet.
That's true. Well, I don't either.
I'm still missing, 3 Hulks?
Dude, I've only completed one set, and it's not even complete anymore because they released another one.
Isn't that just the worst?
Yeah, right? Yeah, it was the Spider-Man PS4 game. So I had them all, and then they had to release the Rockstar Spider-Man?
Rockstar Spider-Man.
Or like the...
Spider-Punk?
Yeah, Spider-Punk. Thank you. So that's a PX exclusive, so I still need to get him. So it's not complete anymore. Damn it.
Dude, that shit just sucks.
I know, right?
Like, Funko, you're amazing. You release amazing products, but just, gosh damn it. Sometimes you really come and bite us in the ass.
I wish that they would release more from that line, though, because I feel like we need to get an Otto Octavius.
Oh, hell yeah.
In his Doc Ock uniform. I would love to see an Electro, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion. There's so many pops you can do with that line. Come on, Funko.
I know, you didn't focus on, any of the others other than Spider-Man, Mary Jane, and Miles.
And Mr. Negative.
And Mr. Negative.
Yeah. Which, I love that pop. That pop looks awesome.
Other than that, they didn't really touch on any other characters.
Yeah, they really didn't. All right, next up, we got... I'm just going to combine these all into one because these were all Target exclusives that came out this past week. So we had a Joker box that came with a shirt and a black metallic Joker. The shirt just said Arkham Asylum with the Joker standing, and it says the Joker. So it's kind of plain, but it's kind of cool.
Dude, I've noticed that Funko, their shirts are usually pretty badass.
Yeah.
I think the only one that I haven't liked was the Phoenix one, the Dark Phoenix one, just because the lips were weird.
That's fair. And then we got some other metallic Jokers. We got a purple one, a silver one, a green one, and an orange one. And this is based off the design of the Batman Arkham Asylum Joker. So I think I saw the purple one at AF Target. I might have to go back for that one.
That one is pretty cool.
I mean the purple and the green, but especially the purple make, of course, the most sense when it comes to Joker.
Yeah.
And then we got a gold rock.
Dwayne
The Rock Johnson, but in his classic WWE days.
Yeah. I never watched WWE growing up.
That was the way my dad and I bonded growing up, was watching WWE.
Yeah.
I watched it. I still watched it I remember watching it when it was WWF.
Yeah, my dad, he didn't let us watch it, or he never watched it with us.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we never watched it. He made us turn it off because he called it fake wrestling.
I mean, it is, but it was still cool as hell.
Yeah.
Whenever, you remember the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yeah.
Remember when Greg in wrestling, he's like, what about pile drivers and Vader bombs? And the wrestling coach is like, that is fake wrestling? This is real wrestling.
Yeah.
I just think of WWE, he's smashing it. I'm like, yeah, we all know it's fake wrestling.
Dude, and I still hold that bias today.
Yeah.
Even growing up. My mom was just like, oh, what toy do you want? I would always skip over the WWE stuff. Even though their toys were pretty cool. The stuff that they would do.
I remember, I used to have a whole whole arena and everything, but honestly, for the most part, I wouldn't even use the WD action figures. I'd use my superhero action figures and have them fight each other in the ring.
Yeah. But yeah, anytime my mom was just like, what about this stuff? I was like, that's fake wrestling, Mom. Doesn't Dad tell you anything?
I didn't know it was fake wrestling until I was 10 or 12. But that's just because...
I learned real young and apparently grew a resentment towards it.
Like now I'm just like my dad still watches it, but I'm just like now that I know it's like fake, it's like stupid to me. But you know, like just remembering like growing up, like watching like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker.
Dude, Steve Austin's freaking
right,
badass.
dude. I remember like when Kane took off his mask. That was like kind of like after my time, but like I hated when he took off his mask because his mask was so badass. So I'm just like, why the hell are you taking it off? Yeah, like so The Undertaker, Chris Benoit, Gold Dust. That's all I can think of right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I only know Rock and Steve Austin.
You don't really not The Undertaker or Kane?
Nope.
Wow, I thought you at least know those two.
Mm-mm.
Those two were as cool as The Rock and Stone Cold, in my opinion. Those four were my main favorites. So,
yeah, I had no idea who they were.
I'll have to show you how they look later. And then lastly, with this Target release, we had a 10-inch Squirtle. Which, if I were to get any of the 10-inch, it would probably be Squirtle because Squirtle's my favorite.
Yeah. Dude, I had an idea because I've been seeing a lot of those, the 10-inch Squirtles.
Yeah.
But I had an idea for when. Have I said on the podcast that that Brielle's pregnant?
I don't know if you have, actually.
Okay, well, surprise, everyone.
She's halfway.
Yeah. So, anyway, so when when our girl's born, what I want to do, I want to make a video of it too. I want to take, like, obviously when Brielle, like, allows me to, like, take her in public and to public places.
Yeah.
I want to make a video of taking her to Hot Topic and, like, putting on the ground a Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Gosh. And having her choose her Pokemon in Hot Topic.
So, and then I'm assuming if she chooses either Squirtle or Charmander, you're going to disown her.
No, if she picks Charmander, I will.
Wow.
No, I'm not raising a Charmander child. Like, I can go with Squirtle. Like, I've picked Squirtle a couple times.
Thank you.
For the game, but like most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, I go Bulbasaur. So it needs to be one of those two. Otherwise, I'm leaving her at Hot Topic.
Okay. What if she chooses any of the other turtles besides Leonardo?
I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
Because I like all the turtles.
What I find funny is my least favorite is usually everyone's favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah. Michelangelo, I'm sorry, he sometimes gets on my nerves.
Yeah, he gets on mine too.
At least in like some of the iterations, like in like the like Michael Bay ones, not the biggest fan of Michelangelo. I liked the others, but yeah, I did not like how they did Michelangelo.
I didn't really like Raph.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Leo and Donnie were definitely the best too, but I was okay with that because those are my two favorites. I don't know, like you've seen like TMNT, right? The animated movie.
Yes.
I feel they got the characters in that movie perfect.
They did do a really good job.
Especially that, and this will like literally always be one of my favorite animated sequences ever, the fight between Leo and Raph on that rooftop.
Ooh, that was a badass fight.
Like, because like, you felt like, even watching like the like 3 live action movies, with this one, like you felt that battle was kind of like earned, and it was built up. Like you could tell that like Raph like always kind of despised Leo deep down. Like he hated that he was always chosen as the leader. You know, like that Splinter always, you know, held him to a much higher degree than he did the rest of the turtles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I freaking love that movie.
Yeah. So she can pick any of the turtles, or she can like any of the turtles. She can like any of the Ghostbusters. Like, it's just when it comes to Pokemon she cannot like Charmander.
Okay, let's open it up to what if she chooses... Okay, what if you add a fourth one and add Pikachu? What if she chooses Pikachu?
I could be okay with that.
Okay, so it's just Charmander you're not okay with.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Charmander people suck.
What about Charizard?
No. Charizard isn't a starter Pokemon.
Okay, but
nice try.
Well, I'm just saying, if she did choose Charizard.
Well, no.
Charizard's badass.
Yeah, but Venusaur is badasser.
I think it's more badass.
More badass.
Yeah, it's not badasser. Okay, yeah. Wow.
But anyway, that's going to be a video. We're going to take her to Hot Topic.
We're putting that on Instagram.
Hell yeah, we are. That'd be freaking awesome. Brielle did point out, because I do want to, because I think it'd be fun if we did like some of the hunting videos, if like I brought her along with us.
Oh yeah, it'd be super fun.
Yeah, and Brielle was just like, everyone's going to think that you two are dads, or are her dads, and I'm like, whatever.
I mean, if we want to sell it, should we just hold hands?
I will kill you if you even like look at my hand. Yeah, dude, I just think that would be awesome.
That would be very awesome. I'm down. I think that'd be a lot of fun bringing your daughter along with us.
Hells yes.
And if and when I do have a daughter, we can have like a play date and bring them along. A pop hunt as
Did you ever say play date again? No.
All right, moving on. Before Caleb makes me feel any worse. We got a new Witcher pop coming out. It's Witcher, isn't it? Wild Hunt Geralt.
Yeah, Geralt's from The Witcher. But I guess the Wild Hunt is just like a different variation.
No. So the Wild Hunt is the third Witcher.
Okay.
So he'll be a GameStop exclusive, glow in the dark. So
glows in the dark.
That's all that glows.
Super special.
Yeah, that's all that glows. Is just what's in his hand.
Lame.
I know, right? Or like, is he? No, he's fire blasting. I thought he was holding that. It's a fire blast. And then after that, we got some new Mortal Kombat pops. Do you know anything about Mortal Kombat?
Nope.
Because I sure the hell don't.
I know Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Okay, all right.
And that's it.
So let's see. We got a Liu Kang pop, where he's shirtless.
Cool.
Yeah. We got a new Sub-Zero one coming out. That one looks pretty cool. Scorpion, and then Raiden pop.
Sweet.
Yeah. I never really played Mortal Kombat a lot, so I don't know a lot about the characters, so I apologize.
I've only played it one time.
Really?
Yeah, and wasn't very good at it.
I wasn't either.
Dude,
Everyone killed me. I'm like, assholes.
Dude, I never liked those like Street Fighter style games. Like, even like with Capcom or Marvel vs. Capcom, like the arcade games, I hated that game.
I loved Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because I loved like everything. I think it was only in the Ultimate version, but like when they added Hawkeye, all of his moves were like so badass. It was so awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm not good at those games. I'm not good at remembering sequences. I'm much better with like Legend of Zelda or
the only
Skyrim,
fighting game I've noticed
styles.
I'm like pretty damn good at is like Super Smash Brothers, like that kind of fighting game.
I don't know. I haven't played Super Smash Brothers
ever.
I think I might have played it once for like one round.
Do you have a Wii?
Yes.
Okay, I'm buying Brawl and we're gonna brawl this shit out. I'm dead
serious.
serious.
The only fighting game, like one that I consider a fighting game is For Honor on my Xbox.
Yeah.
And I play as the character with the least amount of moves possible.
Of course you do.
Dude, it's because I suck at remembering. Like, with this tiny little list, I'm able to remember everything, and I can mix it up a little bit,
Yeah.
like my fighting style, but I always seem to get my ass kicked. I'm not good at all.
Okay, I'll have to try to track down a cheap copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but I'm dead serious. I'm gonna bring it over, and we're just gonna have like a bros night and just play the shit out of that game because that game's amazing.
I'm down.
Okay. All right. Next up, we got a new set of Dragon Ball pops coming out. We got a PX exclusive SS2 Vegeta. I don't know what SS2 means.
Super Saiyan 2.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. Where it will be a common one. There will be a common one with I don't know what's around him.
It's kind of like his aura lightning stuff.
Okay.
Dude, it's so weird. Like with the position I am in with Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch Dragon Ball. I don't watch Dragon Ball like I used to. Like I've seen Dragon Ball. I've watched some Dragon Ball Z. But my brother Koi watches it like no man's business. So
Koi's obsessed with it.
So I know all like the lingo and I know most of the characters from it. But I could like seriously care less about the show.
That's funny. And so there will also be a chase, and that will have glow in the dark eyes as well as the aura around him will glow as well.
Yeah, that
I have to admit that's a cool chase.
And it's online.
Yeah, it's a PX. Well, no, PX exclusive is like it'll be sent to like comic book shops, stuff like that.
Okay. That would be one if I saw in person I'd probably get.
Okay, if you found the chase in person for like, just common price and you didn't get it, I'd smack you.
Yeah, I would gladly accept that smack.
Okay, good. And then one that I accidentally forgot to tell Caleb about, and this actually just went live, but this is like too cool not to mention. It's the Hot Topic exclusive. Dante's Inferno's Pop Town, and I think this is from Beetlejuice.
I've never watched Beetlejuice.
I haven't either, but that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's way cool.
Yeah, right? So, but, yeah. I mean, it's $32, but...
Not $32 cool.
Alright, so that's it with Pops. Next up, with Blu-rays, we got Stuber, which, so it's Batista and what's his name?
Kumail Nanjiani.
That's it. So that comes to Blu-ray this week. I've never seen it, but I'll probably Redbox it. I think it's worth to Redbox it. And then no exclusives with that. And then also coming out is Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
Yeah,
I'm kind of I just kind of just want to watch this just to see how they do this.
I've seen little clips here and there, and apparently they do like a whole multiverse thing. So they go back and see different variations of the Teen Titans. And apparently there's one where they go to the whole, like the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
World, and kind of show that Robin is always in Batman's shadow. Like literally.
Yeah, but I loved how Robin looked in Batman the Animated Series.
Dude, I did too.
Robin looked badass.
Hell yeah,
he looked cooler than Batman, actually, in my opinion.
I'd give you that one. So it's not. I'll probably wait till it comes on Netflix. I'm probably never going to rent that. Just out of self-respect.
That's fair. I would probably Redbox it. I mean, I would assume that Target is probably doing a steelbook for it because they always do with these DC Universe movies. I want to check though really quickly. Because, I mean, I don't think it's worth $20 for a blind buy, but I don't know. Would you say it is?
No.
Okay. I think I'll trust you.
Because I really like Batista and Kumail, I would say that Stuber would be worth a blind buy.
Yeah.
Like I think I trust Kumail enough to blind buy his movies, but when it comes to Teen Titans Go, no, like absolutely not.
Dude, there actually might not be a steelbook.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't think there is. Nope. Yeah, it's just a regular Blu-ray. Well, that sucks. Whatever. All right. Next up, well, since we got nothing for Through the Wall, this week's sneak peeks, we got our second trailer for Onward, Pixar's new movie, and I'm totally stoked for this movie because I think this trailer was way better than the first one.
Definitely better. I really like the story that we got from this. Like, I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's very interesting that, like, it definitely has a twist to it that you think that they're able to, bring back their father completely, but then they're like, oh no, we were only able to bring back his torso part. Now we only have a certain amount of time.
No, his legs.
His legs, sorry. Now we only have a certain amount of time to get the rest of him back, and then after that, we only have like a certain amount of time to actually be with him.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be a spell that is like a visitation spell that lasts 24 hours, and so they try to use it, but it, like you said, only goes up to like his, like above his belt.
Yeah,
and then it's just like a whole adventure off that. I really like where that was going.
Yeah,
I was intrigued with this movie beforehand just because the whole brothers
I
aspect.
was too, and especially having Tom Holland and Chris Pratt in the same movie together. Yeah, I'm completely sold already.
Yeah, with but just throwing in the whole fathers and sons thing into that, I'm 100% sold.
Yeah,
and especially with like just high, like what do they call it? High fantasy.
I think so.
Yeah, I dig that shit.
Especially, I loved the ending joke. That was hilarious with like the gas can.
Yes.
He's just like, oh my goodness, the gas can's big. Now the van is, and now you're. Oh no.
That was a great joke.
That was fantastic. So I'm very excited for this movie. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you're looking nice. So excitement level.
It's at 9.
That's about where I'm sitting too. Cool.
So, yeah. All right. Next up, we got What's in the Box. And this past week, Joker obviously debuted to number 1, which honestly doesn't surprise me at all. Brought in 96 million, which holy shit, that's awesome.
Damn.
In number 2, we got Abominable, which brought in another 11 million. Downton Abbey, which brought in another 7 million.
Dude, that movie has stayed up in the top 5 a lot longer than I thought it was going ever.
Yeah.
I thought it was ever going to.
And then after that, we got Hustlers, which brought in another 6 million. And then rounding out the top 5, we got It Chapter 2, which brought in another 5 million.
Not bad.
No.
Not bad at all.
No. So, what do you say we jump into not only our messages from the bros, but our main event of the evening as well?
I say let's frickin' do it.
Oh yeah.
Time for the main event.
It's main event time.
Let's play a game.
All right. So first up, if you would be so kind, Caleb, to read our messages from the bros.
Yes. So for the question of the week, I just kind of kept it simple and asked what was your favorite part about the Joker. and I said that spoilers were allowed.
So I didn't see that you said spoilers were allowed, and I was looking at one of the comments, and it like started listing off stuff. I'm like, oh shit! So I had to like close it like really fast.
We only got one response.
Yeah, but I think didn't like start giving off some spoilers.
Not really.
What did it say?
So this is from Ronin Geek News, and they said definitely the cinematography and some of the riot action shots, as well as the lead-in to Act 3 with the murder in the apartment.
Yeah, see, I was getting to the murder in the apartment.
Well,
So-
that was it.
Okay, but still, like, that was kind of a spoil. I just didn't see that you put spoilers are okay. So I'm like, oh,
How did you
shit.
not see that?
Well, I'm blind, okay? So, suck it. Apparently, that's my reaction for everything.
Apparently. But, yeah, I could not agree with them more.
Yeah.
The cinematography was just...
Masterful.
Oh.
That's what it was. It was masterful.
And I think they did a really good job with all the riot shots.
They
too.
really did.
Like, this was some of, like, the better riots that I've seen in the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
I think this blows freaking Dark Knight Rises out
Yeah,
of
I was just going
water.
to bring that up. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, way better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then, like, I did make a comment about the lead into the Act 3 with the murder in the apartment. It was terrifyingly funny.
You thought it was funny?
Dude, it was freaking hilarious. Like, dude, that... So, when I went to go see this,
Yeah.
I laughed at that part. No one else in the theater did.
Yeah, because the guy got killed.
No, it wasn't really like it wasn't the murder that like I laughed at. It was what happened afterward. Like with the little dude.
Oh, his reaction?
Yeah. And like when he was he was trying to walk by the body and he goes, and like scares him. I laughed my ass off and no one else in the theater did. Like I got dirty looks.
I actually like jumped at that part too. When he like got scared. I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay,
But, yeah.
I'll admit when he was like, Arthur, can you get the last? I like in my mind I laughed a little bit, but I did not want to laugh out loud because I'm just.
I
like,
did.
Okay, that's a little funny. I shouldn't be laughing, but yeah.
That was like
I mean, he's right. He was the only one that was nice to him.
it's true. So yeah, thank you, Ronin Geek News,
Yes.
for answering our question of the week. Yeah, dude, I freaking love their show. Like,
Yeah, I gotta check it
some of the
out.
stuff I don't listen to, or I listen to everything, but I don't understand their they talk about mobile gaming or just gaming in general.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gamer, so that stuff I don't really get.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of they talk about the same stuff we do a little bit, like Marvel news, or just comic book stuff in general,
Oh, okay.
and then like movies and stuff. I have not listened to their break or review of Joker yet.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding it
Why?
because I don't want them to sway my opinions.
All right, that's fair. I get that.
But yeah, I'm like after this, I'm
yeah,
freaking,
dude, honestly,
I
like
love-
thinking about it, I've only watched one review for the Joker, and that's IGN's. That's it. Yeah, I haven't watched any others.
Yeah, there's two podcasts I listen to that have done Joker reviews, and I want to listen to them both.
Well, right after we finish filming, just fire it up.
Hell yes. So yeah, go check out their stuff. I listen to them on Spotify, but I'm sure they're like everywhere else, like we are.
That's true, because we basically are everywhere.
Yep.
Is there actually anywhere we're not?
Not that I can think of.
Didn't you take out iHeart? Not iHeart.
Oh,
Wasn't there-
SoundCloud?
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one that we're not on.
Yeah, it's just because it's a pain in the ass to go in and delete the episodes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like they have a 3-hour time limit
Yeah,
that you can like
that's
upload,
annoying.
so it's really freaking annoying. And
Yeah.
I'm cheap and don't want to pay an extra $20 to be
Don't
able
worry,
to.
I'm cheap too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So once again, thank you, Ronan Geek
Yes, thank
News,
you so
and I am
much.
freaking excited to listen to your guys' review of Joker after this.
Right after this?
Not like right after, it's late.
You're just going to kick me out and just be like, Rose, I need this. Get out.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's say we get into the actual breakdown.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, for those of you that are new to our breakdown system, we have split the breakdown into 8 different categories that we grade individually. The first category is story. Then we get into the writing, then the acting, character development, music, effects, costumes, and then we give it an overall genre grade, which we gave a dramatic dark comedy.
Yeah, we added a new genre. This
Yes,
movie
we
is
did.
breaking grounds here.
Hell yeah, it is. We can also throw... not really. I was going to say we could throw in superhero in this, but you... Like, I feel this is one that you could take out Joker.
Yeah,
and,
you
like,
literally could.
all the Bruce Wayne references,
Yeah.
and it would still be a freaking amazing movie.
Oh, it would.
So
absolutely.
I think you could leave out superhero.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So yeah. So first off, we're going to discuss story, and before we get into it, spoiler alert.
Like, major spoiler alert. Like,
Yeah.
giving away a lot of shit. So if you haven't seen the movie, please go see it. It's so good. All right. So, in 1981, party clown Arthur Fleck lives with his mother Penny in Gotham City. Gotham is rife with crime and unemployment, leaving segments of the population disenfranchised and impoverished. Arthur suffers from a disorder that causes him to laugh at inappropriate times and depends on social services for medication. After a gang attacks him in an alley, Arthur's co-worker Randall lends him a gun. Arthur invites his neighbor, single mother Sophie, to his stand-up comedy show, and they begin dating. While entertaining at a children's hospital, Arthur's gun falls out of his pocket. Arthur is fired, and Randall lies that Arthur bought the gun himself. On the subway, still in his clown makeup, Arthur is beaten by 3 drunken Wayne Enterprises businessmen. He shoots 2 in self-defense and executes the third. Yeah, that was just like terrifying. Just watching him just chase after the kid.
Yeah, like it's so weird how this movie worked. Like
I did not like see that coming at all, to see him shoot them. Like, I thought he was just gonna take the beating and then they were just gonna leave, and that's all. But that just like came out, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. So with that, like something I was afraid this movie was going to do was make Joker out to be someone that was sympathetic. And like I thought that at the end you were kind of going to be on his side.
Yeah, no.
And he did Todd Phillips directed this.
Yeah.
Did an amazing job at making it so that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
You like with this scene, like I understood the first 2.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get it. Like I don't like it, but I kind of get it. Like it's self-defense, like they're kicking your ass and you feel like you're in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots the third one and he kind of like runs off, and I was like, okay, so what's going to happen here? And then like it said, he shoots 2 in self-defense, and then the third one he just flat out executes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just...
And especially like after like he, you know, like he starts booking it and runs and like just runs into a bathroom, and the way like, you know, he's just like kind of like dancing around, he's doing like a dance, and he's just like, okay, this actually like feels good. You're just like, wow, you're psychotic. Okay.
It's not even that, like the second, like you kind of were like, okay, and then he just takes that one step,
Yeah,
and like shoots the dude like
a
helpless guy.
Yeah,
and you're just like, okay, there's the line.
Yeah, it's like there's the Joker.
So like going back to the beginning a little bit, I really liked the relationship that he had. Like this kind of goes into the what was it, the Killing Joke a little bit. The whole one bad day.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And it's not, and I liked how it wasn't really like one terrible day. It was like a bad week.
Yeah.
That kind of
Set Arthur off.
Yeah. So, like you said, he loses his medication
Yep. Yeah,
access, loses his therapist, who he basically calls out for being like,
yeah,
like these meetings are pointless.
yeah. He's just like, you just don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. You know, how's my job? Am I having any negative thoughts? And like they point this out in the trailer, like when he's just like, all I have are negative thoughts. Can you not see that? I'm just like, damn.
Yeah. One of the things that he wrote down in his journal, like, because it was doubled as his journal and his joke journal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What did it say?
I
hope my like death means more than my life ever did.
He says, I hope I have a death that's kind of more meaningful than my life, or something like that. Something along those lines. And that was just like rough to read. Like a lot of the stuff in his journal was just kind of rough to read. Like he ends up writing, the tough thing about having a mental illness is everyone expects you to act like you don't.
Yeah.
And that's like super true.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the interesting thing from that. During my drill weekend, we were doing a resiliency training, like basically like a suicide prevention and awareness kind of thing, and talking about how mental illness affects people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the comments were like, you just can't tell when someone has a mental illness. And you kind of like, you see someone that looks normal, that looks like everything's normal, but then they start acting a certain way, and you're just like, you shouldn't be acting like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of expect them to not act like that.
Yeah.
And when they do, you just you look down on them a little bit. And that's something I think that they touched on really well
did.
in this.
I found it's very interesting that like he actually like has to carry around a card that, because like he can't talk when he's having his uncontrollable laughter, that he has to show people saying like I'm not trying to offend you. Please don't take this personally. It's this disease that I have.
Right. And something that, like, this is jumping ahead a little bit, but that they touched on it like later down when he's off his medication, he still does that, and he kind of realizes, he's like, that's who I am.
Yeah.
Like, he finds that stuff funny. Like, that inappropriate stuff, like the dark shit.
Yeah.
He finds it funny. And I liked how it really showed his mental illness with his neighbor. He kind of grows that, like, attachment to her. And it was so weird. Like, did you see, like, the plot, like, that whole twist coming? Like,
no, I didn't. Like, honestly, like, when like, towards the ending, like, they show that, like, her being at his show, her being at the hospital with him, like, none of that actually happened. That was just in his mind, and, like, he just, like, shows up at her apartment, and she's just like, who the hell are you? Like, I'm like...
That freaked me out,
yeah.
dude. I was like, oh! Like, that's where I was like, I got, like, really freaked out.
Yeah, same here.
Like, when she started, like, losing her shit, I was just like, well, wait a minute. Weren't you two? And then that's when it clicked. I was like, oh, no. Like, he created this woman in his mind. Like, he had this whole relationship with.
Well, he didn't create her. He just created the relationship.
Yeah. And, dude, and I bought everything.
Yeah,
like,
I did too.
Like, there are some people that I heard when I got out of the theater, they said that they knew, like, that something was up. And I was like, well, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Like, when he goes and...
But
like,
I feel...
it seemed like she was showing an interest. Like, yeah, there were some things that maybe he kind of jumped the gun on. Like, when he went and, like, apparently made love with her. That's where I was
Yeah.
just kind of like, okay, that seems a little quick.
Yeah.
And then once the relationship happened out of that felt very natural. And then it just wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And you kind of see the signs like early on.
Yeah, you do.
Like,
Because
after the reveal, you kind of like, oh, okay, well,
yeah,
this scene.
like going back, like the scene where they're like after his show, and like they see the like posting about like the killer clown still at large, and she's just like, if you ask me, those three deserved it. Like now thinking back, you're just like, I don't think she would have came out and just said that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And oh. So yeah, so keep reading on.
okay.
Like I kind of want you to just read the whole thing so we can just talk yeah, just go.
Okay. All right. The murders are condemned by billionaire mayor candidate Thomas Wayne, who labels those envious of more successful people as clowns. Demonstrationists against Gotham's rich begin, with protesters donning clown masks in Arthur's image. Funding cuts shutter the social service program, leaving Arthur without medication. Arthur's comedy show goes poorly. He laughs uncontrollably and has difficulty delivering his jokes. Talk show host Murray Franklin mocks Arthur by showing clips from their routine on his show. Arthur intercepts a letter written by Penny to Thomas, alleging that he is Thomas's illegitimate son, and berates his mother for hiding the truth. At Wayne Manor, Arthur talks to Thomas's young son Bruce, but flees after a scuffle with Butler Alf. How did that not click in my head that was Alfred?
Are you shitting me?
I thought that was just a worker.
No.
I did.
Sorry. It was freaking Alfred.
Sorry. I thought that was just a Wayne Manor worker. My bad. I'm sorry.
I think you stereotype Alfred as an old dude.
I think I do. I think I really do. Following a visit from two Gotham City Police Department detectives investigating Arthur's involvement in the train murders, Penny suffers a stroke and is hospitalized. This is like when the movie like really started to go dark for me. I'm like, holy shit. At a public event, Arthur confronts Thomas, who tells him that Penny is delusional. In denial, Arthur visits Arkham State Hospital and steals Penny's case file. I thought that was so cool that the guy that was there was Detective Mike from Child's Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool. He did a great job. The file says Penny adopted Arthur as a baby and allowed her abusive boyfriend to harm them both. Penny alleged that Thomas used his influence to fabricate the adoption and commit her to the asylum to hide their affair. Distraught, Arthur goes to the hospital and kills Penny. Oh my, and like the fact that like he's saying like, oh, like before he does it, he's like, my whole life I thought my life was a tragedy, but it turns out it's a comedy, and then just puts the pillow over her face and just suffocates her. I'm like, my mouth was open the whole time. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Dude, mine was too.
It was so disturbing. He enters Sophie's apartment unannounced. Frightened, Sophie tells him to leave. Their previous encounters were Arthur's delusions. Yeah, that was like we talked about.
Freaking trippy.
Yeah. Shit, I just exited the page. Sorry. My stupid finger.
Gosh damn it, Rose.
I'm sorry, my thumb is stupid. Arthur is invited to appear on Murray's show due to the unexpected popularity of his routine clips. As he prepares, he is visited by his former co-workers Gary and Randall. Arthur murders Randall, but leaves Gary unharmed for treating Arthur well in the past. En route to the studio, Arthur is pursued by the two detectives onto a train filled with clown protesters. One accidentally shoots a protester and incites a riot. Arthur escapes in the chaos. I just want to talk about his, I know we saw it in the trailer, but his makeup and his suit was on fleek. I'm just going to say that right now. It was on fleek.
You disgust
me. I
me.
know I do, but it was just badass. I loved it. I loved how the Joker looked in this movie. Before the show goes live, Arthur requests that Murray introduce him as Joker, a reference to Murray's previous mockery. Arthur walks out to a warm reception, but tells morbid jokes, but it tells morbid jokes. What was, I can't remember some of the jokes that he told. Like, this is like one about like a mother killing her daughter or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
So Arthur walks out to a warm reception, but tells morbid jokes, admits that he killed the men on the train, and rants about how society abandons the disenfranchised and how Murray mocked him. Arthur kills Murray live on television and is arrested as riots break out across Gotham. One rioter corners the Wayne family in an alley and murders Thomas and his wife Martha, sparing Bruce. Rioters in an ambulance crash into the police car carrying Arthur and free him. He dances to the cheers of the crowd. At Arkham, Arthur laughs to himself and tells his psychiatrist she would not understand the joke that he has just told. He runs from orderlies, leaving a trail of bloodied footprints. I feel
what?
I appreciate that someone wrote this plot up, but like some of it like feels like it jumps around a lot. Doesn't it feel like that a little bit?
Does a little bit.
At least the ending.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's very abrupt, but still, thank you for writing. Good job. What a movie.
Hell yeah. I really liked how you kind of felt for Arthur at the beginning.
You did.
It was just kind of a shitty things were happening.
Yeah.
And it's very, one of the guys that I was working with made a comment, and just, because he hadn't seen the movie, but I was talking to him about it, and he was just saying that the odds of something like that, like all these bad things happening to someone, are just astronomical in a real life situation. And I'm like, I kind of agreed with him. I'm like, okay, yeah, but we also live in Utah. Like,
that's
if
true.
we were in somewhere like New York, like, this could happen like daily.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard podcasts of other people in New York, and they talk about some crazy shit.
And especially the time period that this movie takes place, like the early 80s. And, like, shit was awful back then. So, honestly, I could see this many bad things happening to one man in 1 week.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, yeah, the odds aren't really in favor of that happening, but that's kind of what movies are. They're just kind of something out of the ordinary happening.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and like, it starts off, and he's dancing for this closeout sale, and gets jumped by these kids, basically, and they steal his sign. He runs after him and gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, has to pay for the sign?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Like, you're going out of business, you asshole.
Yeah, it's like manager is bashing me. He's like, come on, man, you stole the sign. The guy's going out of business. He's really got nothing to lose now.
Then why do you need the sign?
Yeah, like, seriously. I'm like, yeah, Arthur points out, he's like, why would I steal a sign? Like, really?
Yeah, and then when it comes to, like, that was, like, super shitty, and, like, that I could see happening.
Oh, yeah, I could easily.
And I was just like, okay, well, that's kind of shitty. Then he gets the gun from his coworker.
Yeah.
Takes it home and does, like, he's trying to, like, live vicariously through, like, the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with the whole dancing and everything. And then
part where he shoots it off, he's just like, oh, shit. Like,
dude,
I
started
off
thinking,
as a
I'm
war
like,
movie.
why did no one, like, call the cops? And I'm like, well, it's Gotham, too.
Yeah, right?
Like, a lot of the stuff where you're like, well, why didn't the cops get called? It's Gotham.
Yeah, right. This happens on the ordinary.
Yeah, and then he, like, tries to play it off like it was the TV.
Yeah, he was
and his
watching
mom,
a whole war
flips
movie.
out.
I mean, I would too.
Yeah, I was Dude, I'm impressed that he was able to pull that off like it was the TV.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. I don't even think my mom would be able to buy that. Like, oh, I'm watching an old war movie. Bullshit, you are.
We don't have surround sound, asshole.
Because, I mean, nowadays, I think you could actually play that off because, like, let's face it, like, the sound is amazing with, like, 4K and everything. Yeah, back then, TV was not going to compete with, like, the sound of an actual bullet.
Yeah. And then when, like, the scene that I felt with the gun that was super, super tense was when he was in the hospital with the children's hospital.
Oh, yeah. And it dropped down. Like, just how fast he goes to pick it up.
You don't see him with put the gun anywhere. You just see him in there. Like, the gun's as much a surprise to us as it is to the
That's
kids,
the thing.
right?
Well, so, like, what I saw, like, when he, like, drops it, he's like, and he, like, go dives for it, and he, like, goes, like, shh. Like, I didn't really see, like, a reaction from not only the kids, but, like, even the adults.
Yeah.
Like, they were just, like, standing, like, oh, okay, I didn't see anything. So, like, the fact that, like, he gets, like, fired next, I'm just like, okay, wait, like, honestly, like, he could have just put that in his jacket, like, really quickly, and, like, nothing happened. It seemed like.
Yeah. And his whole, like, it's part of my act. Like, he played it off. Like, I would have bought that.
Yeah, I would
If
have, too.
He would have said, oh, it's just part of my act. It's like, it's a fake gun. I would have bought it. Just the way that he pulled it
I
off.
would have,
like,
but at, like, the same
okay.
time, like, I don't care if it's, like, part of your act, a fake gun. Even if it's a fake gun, you don't bring that kind of stuff to a children's hospital.
Yeah, which is the argument his dad, or not his dad, his boss had.
Yeah.
So, that scene was just very, very tense for me. Like, you kind of get the whole, like, he's dancing around, and you kind of get into, like, that goofy, like, okay.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that comes sliding out of his pants, you're just like, oh, shit.
Back to reality.
Like, okay. Like, did you think you were going to get jumped by these kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, right after that, he's on the train with those three guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about that, like, just how tense that was. And the uncontrollable laughter. And I gotta say, the laugh wasn't my favorite at first, but it
I
grew
loved
on
it
me.
from the beginning.
Did you?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it took some time to grow on me,
Yeah,
but I ended up enjoying it after a while.
I found it, like, crazy, like, in, like, during the subway scene, like, doesn't, like, one of the kids, like, start singing, like, the send in the clowns or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, are you trying to, like, egg him on, or, like, what the hell are you doing here, kid?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
It felt like a little
And
out
then,
of
like,
place.
he just, like, abruptly just switches to, what the hell is so funny? You think, I'm just like, okay, dude, you're doing a huge tone shift. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, then he ends up shooting them, ends up being this huge deal, realizes that he can be the change, like, everyone's kind of taking on this clown persona.
Yeah.
Or especially, like, I think what kicked it off, I don't really think that it was Joker that kicked off the whole clown movement. I think it was Wayne's fault.
Oh, yeah.
When he's just like, anyone who looks up or envies people that are in a better position than them, like, you're all clowns.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, okay, now I see why he's...
I think this was after, like, his comedy club, and he sees, like, the first person we see, like, wearing just, like, the classic, like, Joker mask, and just seeing, like, his smile on him as, like, he drives by. It was just like, that's so creepy, but oh my gosh, Joaquin Phoenix, you're incredible.
Dude, he nailed that look. Like, that looked like an I'm honored look.
Yeah, right? It did.
And, gosh, like, he did a lot of emoting with his face.
He did. Like, the part, like, kind of towards, like, the beginning, when, like, like, he's, like, putting on his makeup, and, like, the part where he, like, like, sticks his, like, fingers and, like, does, like, the smile, and then like when he just like pulls them away and he's just like staring at it, and that actually really freaking hurt. Ow! I pulled away too hard.
Yeah, dude, it sounded like it hurt too. I was like,
but just like that, like no words are being said, but like it just shows like how remarkable an actor of an actor Joaquin Phoenix is.
yeah, and especially with his laughing.
Yeah,
Like his
that
laugh, it looked like it was hurting him.
It did. Like especially like on the bus, like that. I feel like that was like one of the worst instances. Like just like how like like he had to like hand the car to her and just say like I promise I don't mean this at all in offense. This is a medical condition I have.
Yeah. When he does his comedy routine,
Yeah.
or tries to do his comedy routine,
Yeah.
that was also another thing that was like hard to watch, and I really liked how they pulled it off. Like it was, the success was kind of in his head. Like he was able to get through a couple jokes, but then was just like laughing the rest of the time, and then it made it look like he freaking like killed it.
Yeah, I did.
And he didn't.
No, I did not.
And I don't know why I didn't realize. I'm like, okay, so like we're seeing all this stuff from his perspective,
Yeah.
and all this, like that one, it seemed like it was obviously fake. And then they started doing the whole relationship with that neighbor, and I'm just like I don't know why it didn't click with me earlier.
I didn't. Yeah. I thought it was interesting. Also, like the scene where he's in the comedy club and he's like, like listening to the guy that's up on stage. It was honestly like, I honestly like felt like really bad for him because like after like everyone would laugh, then he would start to laugh, and it's just like, like you feel bad for him that like, like he was late to the party, or like like people are gonna look at him differently now that he's doing that. But I found it funny that in his joke book he writes sex jokes are always funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Once he got to the point of like running away from the cops,
Yeah.
that were like after he found out that Wayne was possibly his dad, and like the whole adoption thing and the abuse, which is just
So like the
rough.
part, are you talking about like where like he's like dancing on like the staircase, and then
Yeah.
that was an awesome scene.
That was.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like after finding all that stuff out, when I liked how he was able to kind of like truly find himself.
Yeah.
Like it was dark how he did it, and I
Yeah.
didn't like appreciate what he found.
No.
But I liked how he found it.
Yeah. And I also find it interesting when he's on like the Murray Franklin. It's Murray Franklin, right?
Yeah.
Like how like he admits to like killing those kids. Like literally admits to everything, and he's just like, I got nothing else to lose. So,
Dude, when he started admitting to the murders, I was just like, what?
yeah.
Like, what the shit?
He's just like, oh, I can finally get that off my chest. I can finally laugh at it. I'm like, okay, I did not expect you to do that on live TV, but okay.
Yeah, like I thought you kind of saw the way he was prepping for that. It looked like he was going to shoot himself.
Yeah, it did.
And nope. So yeah, like when talking about the apartment scene, like because that was like he was practicing like what he was going to do,
Mhm.
and then he started getting ready, and then like the guys come from his apartment,
Yeah.
and so one of the guys that's like really nice to him is like a small person, and then the other guy's like a bigger, huskier guy.
Yeah.
Stabs the huskier guy, the one that actually gave him the gun.
Yeah. Does he stab him in the eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a pair of scissors.
And then like, I think it's the neck first.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
it's like everywhere else, and then finishes off with the scissors in the eye.
Yeah.
That was just crazy. And then like the little guy that was
I forget
like
his
losing his
name.
mind. Wasn't it Larry or Gary?
I think it was Gary.
Yeah. He freaks out, ends up in a corner, and then Joker's just like sitting down.
Yeah, it's Gary.
Yeah. He's just like sitting down. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you." And I wouldn't have moved from that spot. I'd
Yeah.
been like, bullshit. Like, you just stabbed the dude in the face with scissors. Like, excuse me for not believing you.
Like, you really feel bad for Gary, too, because, like, during this whole time, he's like, Arthur, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, you feel really bad for him.
Yeah, that would be terrifying to watch.
Yeah.
And then when, like, he has to step over his friend's body.
Yeah.
And then, like, you get this crazy dude that screams at you.
And then,
And
like,
you're
when
like-
he, kisses his head and, like, thanks him for, always being nice to him, and be like...
Yeah, and that was the rough part, dude. When he was walking to the door, I saw that coming, like him not being able to open it. I was like, well, he's not gonna be able to reach that top lock. And sure enough, he wasn't. And then Arthur just played it off like it was, like,
He's like, oh, I'm sorry about that.
yeah, like he kind of looked over. And he's like, yeah, oh yeah, and then gets up, helps him unlock the door, and I'm just like, ugh. Like, when he stood up, I was like, the dude's dead. Like,
Yeah.
that's all it is to it. Like, that dude's freaking dead. And then he lets him go, and I'm like, what the shit? Like, you never knew what he was going to do.
I honestly, I don't know why. I had a feeling that he wasn't going to kill him. Even after he said he wasn't going to. Just because I feel like the way they played it off, because of the way Gary treated him, like he said, you were the one that was always nice to me. I could understand, like, why he would not kill him.
Yeah, but they made him really. They did really good at making him seem unpredictable.
Yeah, they
So,
really did.
It felt like it could have gone either
Yeah,
way.
it did. Like, I did not expect him to kill his own mother.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Wow.
And you kind of, like, do you think that, like, who do you believe? Do you think Thomas Wayne hit up an affair, or do you think it was honestly she adopted this kid?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
It's kind of up in the air for me.
So, my bet, this is like my theory.
Okay.
I think that the affair did happen. And the reason I think that is because she was in and out of rehab and mental institutions. No one in their right mind would have let her adopt a child.
That's
So
a
I
good point.
think, and then Thomas Wayne, he is like the top man in the city.
Yeah.
Like, he had the money to make it look like it was an adoption.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's my theory about it.
That's a good theory.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think he hid the affair, made it look like this kid was adopted, and then just kind of like forgot about them. And
Asshole.
then that's where the whole, like, the abuse comes into everything. And it's sad that shit really happens.
Yeah, it really is.
And yeah, like that shit's rough. But yeah, and then the final part of the movie is like when he is on Maury's show. And the way that they show, like, that guy made fun of Arthur, like, for his bit,
Yeah.
was really stupid. Like, no one, like, I listened to a few comedians, and they always have this saying, like, I've heard multiple people say this: you always punch up, you never punch down. Like, if you're more successful than like a brand new comedian,
Yeah.
you never beat them down.
Yeah.
You always beat the guys, like, you punch up.
Yeah. Like,
So
thinking
you make
that,
fun of people that are more popular than you, someone that's like on the same level as you.
Yeah.
And like, he's like a famous talk show host, and he's putting down someone that is brand new to comedy and just had like a bad go.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that was really shitty of him.
But I mean, I feel it'd be an honor to get shit on by Robert De Niro. Just saying.
Yeah. So I think his message at the end, though I did not agree with it, it did make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it did.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially in a Joker movie. You're just like, ooh, do I agree with him?
Just like the fact that what he says on the Murray show before he shoots him, you get what you effing deserve. The fact that the guy, the I don't know what to call him, the mugger, whatever, that shoots the Wayne family says the exact same thing to Bruce. Not Bruce, I'm sorry, Thomas.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. I did have an issue with that scene.
Really?
The pearls thing, very forced.
Yeah, that was forced. I'll definitely agree with you on that. I could have done without that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to dock the story for that at all.
Yeah, that'd be kind of dumb.
Yeah. All in all, this was a pretty solid story.
It really was.
What are you thinking with the grade on this one?
I'm like in the high 90s.
I'm sitting around there too. It's definitely not a perfect story.
No, it's not.
I think that if you were to pick this apart, like there would be things that you could nitpick.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
But I'm just like super enthralled with this movie.
Yeah, like I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah, neither can I.
Like, what do you think? Like 95?
Maybe 96.
Okay.
Because I think it was that good.
Yeah, I could give it a 96.
96. All right. Next, we got writing, and the writing was just
Off the
top-notch.
charts. Yeah.
This I may put above the story because there was a bit of dialogue that I felt that was unnecessary.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Like
Everything that was said needed to be said.
Like I'm thinking like a 98.
I'm happy giving it a 98.
Okay.
It's like I said, I don't think there's ever going to be writing that's like 100% perfect.
No.
I think everything's going to have like minor flaws.
But this script comes damn near close to flawless.
It does. Yeah, like everything in this is like pretty quotable.
Yeah, it really is.
Like I think after a few watches, there's going to be a lot of things that you can pull from this movie that apply to real life.
Yep.
Now, moving on to acting, the only one that I think we need to judge here is Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know about you, but I want to give this.
100?
Yeah,
Dude, he was perfect.
he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Jared Leto, eat your heart out. This is how you follow up from Heath Ledger as the Joker.
This is how you just Joker in general.
Yeah.
His acting was just perfect.
So freaking good.
Like you felt for him. Like when you needed to feel for him, you saw all this emotion in his face. Like he did so well at portraying what he needed to portray.
Yeah.
And even the laughing, like it looked like it was physically like just painful for him, and how skinny he was.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
holy ballsack!
What he put his body through, like the part where he's like trying to like stretch out his shoe, like just seeing his like spine through his back. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so unhealthy right now. Oh, Joaquin, I can't believe you did this to your body for this movie, but I thank you. Just
yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, next we got character development. This was pretty solid.
It was.
I think there were
some
a few
problems.
leaps.
Yeah.
And I don't think that had anything to I don't think that had anything to do with like story and writing.
No.
I think it's just maybe it's just like what's broken inside his mind that makes him go one way versus another.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just why it felt like leaps. Because he I don't know. They did a really good job at just making it seem like very fluid. And then there were just like certain areas, like with the 3 Wall Street guys, where he executed them. That was a bit of a leap.
Yeah, but I mean, like as the movie goes on, it makes sense. But no, I definitely do agree with you that like I told you, like I expected him to just stay in the fetal position, keep taking it.
Yeah,
I did not expect him to pull out his gun and shoot him.
yeah, and I think that's something that like also kind of dives into the character development because he's, like I said, he's a very unpredictable character.
Mm-hmm.
He you don't know where he's gonna go.
Yeah, you know.
And I think that kind of makes up for those little leaps.
I would agree.
Just the unpredictability. So what are you thinking?
It's still in the 90s for me. Like I feel like this whole movie is like in the 90s.
Yeah, it is. It's probably in the lower.
Yeah,
90s.
like a 92.
I was thinking 90. Want to
I
just be
c- I-
91?
Yeah, I can give you 91. Honestly, I can give you 90 if you want to.
Let's do 91.
'Kay.
Because I think they were smart with making him so unpredictable.
Okay.
So I think definitely 91. I think that the development was probably one of the weaker aspects of the movie, but just because the development was weaker doesn't mean the rest of the movie suffered at all.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there.
All right, music. I loved everything.
Yeah, I did. I loved the way they used Frank Sinatra's song "That's Life." I
Oh,
loved that. That was great.
I loved the score.
Yeah, the
For
score
the-
alone was fantastic.
Oh my gosh. That shined.
It did, absolutely.
I think the only one that felt out of place was when he first started dancing on the stairs.
Okay, I'll give you
And
that.
then when it switched back to the score, that's where it felt very natural.
Yeah,
So I'd say I'm at a 9.
yeah, I can agree with that.
9?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, effects. There weren't a lot of special effects.
No,
A lot of it was just the gun.
Yeah, I mean, can we count Okay, with effects, do we count costumes at all? Or wait, no,
Now,
sorry.
costumes
I'm
is
sorry, that's
something.
next. I'm sorry. Duh.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind tonight. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what you would even grade this because yeah, there were literally no effects. Like the gunshots looked real,
yeah.
and the effects for like the headshot on Robert De Niro looked really good. Like it looked very realistic.
And when he was stabbing that one guy with
Yeah.
the scissors, that looked
So
real.
effects were pretty damn good when it came to that stuff.
They were. They weren't too over the top,
Yeah.
and they weren't bland either.
No, they weren't. Like it looked like actual real life.
Yeah. So
Oh.
I'd say just because the effect, there wasn't as many, so
Mhm.
maybe it's just kind of on the average side.
Yeah.
Maybe about an 80, 85.
Yeah, I can give you that. 85.
85. All right, costumes.
Costumes were pretty on point,
They were.
as well as was the Joker makeup.
Yes. That, I think that kind of falls in with costumes.
Okay.
It's kind of
I didn't know if
makeup
it
and
went with
costumes.
effects or costumes.
Yeah, I think that's makeup is more costumes.
Okay.
And I think everything was perfect. It's just the outfits that he wore.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he was the party clown, it was cheap.
Yeah.
It looked cheap.
Like the whole scalp with the hair. I'm just yeah, that does not look realistic at all.
Yeah, and then he has his classic clothes, which really kind of fit him. They were a bit baggier, so people couldn't see what little he was working with.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with that. The costume department did amazing.
They really did.
Same with makeup. Applause to you.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So, what are you thinking with that one?
I'm in the 90s with...
This is out of 10.
Oh, it's out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Were there any was there any costume that you had an issue with?
Not really.
Neither did I. I think they were all pretty spot on.
Yeah, they all fit the time period very well. Yeah, I really had no problems.
Yeah. You thinking 10?
Yeah.
Because were the costumes outstanding to you?
The final Joker one was outstanding to me.
I agree with that one.
But
But
I mean,
the other ones, none
No.
of them really stood out.
so like maybe like a 9?
I'm thinking maybe 8.
Okay, I can give
Just
you
because, we didn't get the final Joker for that long.
That's true.
And it's just, all the other ones, they were just kind of basic.
Yeah. Okay, I can give you an 8.
Nate?
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, the genre grade was a dramatic, dark comedy.
Pulls it
So,
off very well.
It does. This is an almost flawless movie.
It really is. Like, oh, freaking love this movie.
Yeah, I think this movie did really good. It definitely got the dark aspect
It did.
hard.
Yeah.
It did a lot at with the scenes that made you laugh. You kind of didn't want to.
Yeah, you honestly sometimes felt bad for laughing.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was
especially
made
Caleb
I know
did.
I was made to feel bad about it.
That's just too funny. And especially that people looked at you. That's I'm sorry, that's funny.
It's like the laughing to an you just like
Where
you're
did
just
you
like
you saw us in Ogden, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot, for me, it was a lot of just going, oh.
Like, yeah.
And
Thinking
then you start laughing, and then you're like, oh, wait, this is not a good situation. And then it's just so artistically put together.
mm,
Like, the dancing scene in the bathroom was just gorgeous.
yeah. Like, I don't want to say beautiful because that sounds awful to say of the Joker doing that dance after he's killed 3 innocent people, but still it was just so beautifully filmed, beautifully acted by Joaquin. Just it was just so perfect.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
It's in the 90s again.
I agree. Where in the 90s, though?
It's in the middle. What do you think? 94? 93.
I was thinking 94.
Okay.
It's good. It's really good. It did have very minor issues.
Yeah.
But as a whole, the movie was very, very solid.
Yes, I completely agree.
This is something that I can see eventually. It's not right now, but I can see this eventually getting to top 10 for me, overall films.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's something I need to watch. I need to watch it again.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just to see if because my favorite types of movies are ones that I can watch over and over and over again and take something from them each time.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is one of those movies.
I completely agree.
So, I think 94 seems fair.
Yeah, I completely agree.
All right. Well, that is all of the categories. So, our final grade for the Joker is A-.
Hell yeah. Very well earned.
Yep, sitting at a 92.375%.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, it's just 2 points off from being an A.
Wow.
Yeah. So the A cutoff is 94. So it's a solid A-. Not leaning any way. It's not like a weaker A-.
Yeah.
Minus. It's a very solid A-, and I think it's well deserved.
I completely agree. Yep.
The movie is really well put together.
Yeah.
Todd Phillips just knocked it out of the park.
And Joaquin Phoenix was absolutely incredible.
Hell yes. This is one, they're talking about a sequel,
Yeah.
a possible sequel. Like, just some people are being like, oh, is there? This doesn't need one.
It really doesn't. And Joaquin Phoenix has said oh, I'd be interested maybe in a sequel, but yeah, I don't really want a sequel.
Yeah, the story would have to be just right. And I'm afraid if they do a sequel, it's just going to kind of diminish what this was.
Yeah, I completely agree. Because let's face it, after this movie, your mind can just make up what happens after that. Bruce becomes Batman. Yeah, that's literally what happens after this.
Yeah, exactly. So, well-deserved A-, well-deserved 92. If you have not seen this movie yet, just go and see it.
Yeah, stop what you're doing and go buy tickets to the Joker.
Yeah, you should have done that before you even started listening to this.
Yeah, because there were a lot of surprises, and I'm glad that I was not spoiled for any of them. None of them were spoiled for me.
Yeah. So, great movie.
Yes.
And I think that concludes our breakdown.
I would say so.
Cool. Well, if you like this episode and want to listen to more, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Spotify, or anywhere else that you can think to listen to podcasts.
We're
probably
on there.
subscribe.
Yeah.
You can also check out all of our content on YouTube. New videos will be heading your way soon.
I know we say that every single week, but we promise it really is happening.
Yeah, we're coming up with something to get more videos out.
Yeah.
I think we're going to try and record these breakdowns so you can watch us in person.
Yeah, and watch us mess up.
Yeah.
Punch each other when we get pissed off at each other. It's a fun time.
Hell yeah. If you want to follow us on social media, we are on Facebook at facebook.com/The Allbros. We are also on Twitter and Instagram. Just search at The Allbros. You can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com, or we have a website, which is tinyurl.com/The Allbros. We also got a store now.
Yeah.
Which is on TeePublic, and the link, I should probably put a link in the description, huh? I'll do that.
Okay.
I need to find the
Might be a
link
little
first.
helpful.
But we're on TeePublic. Just search The Allbros. You'll find something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have a movie you want us to break down, showdown idea, you want to give us a topic for a Dreamcast, just hit us up on any of the social media, email, or website. You can contact us on any of those. And we would love to hear from you guys.
We really would.
Next week, we are going to be doing a breakdown of the Addams Family.
Ba-da-da-dun. That was an awful second snap.
Yeah, that was really bad. Can you even snap? Good?
That was pretty good.
One of them sounded like a little Okay, maybe it's just they were
Yeah.
perfectly...
Mm.
Yeah, Rose just flipped me off, so that's something you'd get to see if we recorded this shit. Which we will.
Yeah.
So yeah, so look forward to that next week. And yeah, and with that, this has been the Allbros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.
Goodbye.
Rose, you had it and then you just lost it.
I know I did. Shut up.